So, I'm sure most of us, or our parents, have ordered a pizza, either online or over the phone, sometimes late at night. And while you are waiting for your delicious pizza, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the delivery driver. They have no idea where that $10 or $15 pizza is going to take them, their sanity, or their emotions. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, I call this story The Tale of the Pizza Delivery to the Grave. His shift was just ending as he had got back from the last pizza delivery of the night, or so he thought. He was just entering the door of the back room of the quiet, small-town pizzeria, covered in snow from the outside blizzard, as he heard the familiar "order received" shout above from the speakers in all directions, startling him for a second. He immediately thought to himself, what the hell? Who orders a pizza at midnight, especially during a blizzard in December? That thought was then overridden by another one. I guess it's not so bad. It'll earn me overtime. Even though for how much the overtime would be for myself. He immediately got his gloves and a hat back on and ran to the door excited at the thought that he would earn at least even not less than $2 more from overtime from this big chain pizzeria in this small town. He then ran over to the counter where the monitor where the customer's info always was. And just as he expected, there the order was. 1 pepperoni pizza with ham and sausage. As he had looked over the pizza order, he had then remembered that since he was the one responsible for locking up that cold night, the pizza preparers and cookers left way before he came back, and he was not authorized to make or even cook the pizza at all, not even use the register. So he decided to just leave it and, leave someone without their pizza. As he went to head to the back room where he originally was. Just like before, "Order received," shouted again from every speaker. It sounded like it shouted from speakers he didn't even know existed within the pizzeria. He looked back behind himself, and there it was. A 1 pepperoni pizza with ham and sausage, sitting right on the counter like someone had just made it right out of the oven. He got goosebumps all over. He didn't know what had happened. He was frozen in fear. He muttered, how did that get there? But something happened. It was like he was possessed. He wasn't thinking anymore at that point. He basically had zoned out, or like I said, possessed. But his body was still functioning. His arms and hands were still moving, and something was controlling him. It was like it was another agenda that was controlling him. He had grabbed the pizza and walked out the door to his car. He unlocked it and put the pizza in his passenger seat, strolled back around, got in the driver's seat, and started driving. He didn't even know the address. He usually would put it into his GPS, but he just started driving and driving. Within 5 minutes, he had arrived at the delivery destination. He opened the door, grabbing the pizza, and he headed towards the open gates of a cemetery. He walked in, taking a few turns, and then got to the foot of a half-frozen gravestone. He looked down at the gravestone. He snapped out of it. He was very confused. He then realized that that half-frozen gravestone he was standing at was his deceased father's. His father died when his son was only 11. He was driving home from work in a blizzard just like tonight's and collided with an oncoming city plow truck. He started crying and collapsed. He then felt a warm feeling embrace him. I love you, son. He heard the disembodied voice of his deceased father. His dad somehow ordered a pizza just to say goodbye to him. One last time.